This is an example on how to make adjustments on your side tensioner. And through this little video, I'm going to show you how to adjust the tensioner, take all the components off, put them all back on, and try to establish good stitches. Now, your check spring normally, this is a side tensioner with all the components taken off, piece by piece, and laid down face down. Once it's off, there's a set screw located right back here that you can loosen with a 3/32 Allen wrench. Once it's loose, you can actually move your tensioner like so. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the highest elbow located right here at about 11 o'clock. Maybe it's just a hair off 11 and maybe a smidge closer to 10. Some springs will work really well set at closer to 10, some better at 11. My machine seems to work best at about 11. The way you'll know is when you get it all assembled and you start to take your stitches, if your stitches are pulling your bobbin thread to the top, no matter how much you adjust it looser and looser, then you might want to release some of the spring on your check spring. And the way you'll do that is you would then move it maybe closer to 10 o'clock, like such. That would be at about 10. This is about 11. And as I said, my machine seems to work really well at about 11. Once I get it there, I want to make sure that the check spring clears the side of my machine when I'm moving it up and down. So I'm just going to move it up and down like this and make sure that it doesn't hit the side of my machine. If it did, I would need to pull it out just a little bit, and I would just kind of grab and wiggle until it came out. Once I have it where it's good, I would just go in here and tighten down my set screw and make it tight. Alright, now I'm going to replace all the components on the side of the tensioner. The first largest disc is smooth side facing you. The second disc, which is identical, is smooth side facing the other smooth side. So it will be the concave side will face me now. The third disc, which is smaller and has the cross bar in it, will slip into the prong of the post with smooth side facing the concave side of the second disc. Then I will slip in my spring, which also has a crossbar, my final washer, and then I'm going to put my post on. I like to screw my post down till it is just about flush, the nut rather, flush with the post. That's where I start to try and tension out my thread. Once I get it there, I will slip my thread in, pull it tight into the discs, catch my check spring, slide down, and come up. So here, we slipped out. So let's get that slipped in there. And this is what I have. Once my thread's in there, then I would thread up my machine and I would put it on a piece of practice cloth and I would start doing stitches. I would run my first bunch of stitches, maybe a couple of circles, see how loose the top thread is, and start to righty-tighty down. Each time you tighten your tensioner, you want to give it a 30-minute turn. With your thumb at 9 o'clock and your index finger at 3 o'clock, you will turn your thumb to 3. 30-minute turns. That's an adjustment. If you just give it a minor little tweak like that, you're going nowhere. A long arm requires a good turn. So you're going to 30-minute turn your machine until your stitches are good. If you find during your process that you cannot get a good stitch, that either no matter how much you try, you're getting too many eyelashes on the bottom when your stitches are smooth and you don't have an overflow of thread, or vice versa, you're getting too much top thread too much bobbin thread to your top, then you want to maybe make an adjustment with your check spring and either loosen it or tighten it a little more by adjusting where it sits on the clock. That's all there is to it. Keeping your check spring buoyant and not letting it get too weak is important, and then keeping it in the right position is important. Again, if it's too tight, you're going to pull your bobbin thread up all the time. If it's too loose, your top thread's going to continually land down on the bottom of your quilt package, and it'll be unsightly. So give that a try, and I think if you are patient and bear with it, you'll be very successful.